I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-Minute Convos, where I help you create a brand of your own unique real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Mark Alyn. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
It is a fantastic night, and the opportunity to meet new people, such as yourself, is making the night even better.
That's wonderful. It definitely is a great pleasure to connect with you too. Tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
I'm in Southern California. You know, all the fires that have been making the news, I think, worldwide. I am miles away. I'm in Ventura County. We were on fire watch earlier in the week, a little bit scared, but right now we're okay. Our hearts go out and thoughts and prayers go out to the people who have lost their homes, not that far away, and we're blessed that we have had no problems.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you are there to support. I'm sure you are a supporter, aren't you? You're here tonight to support me, so I'm guessing you are a supporter.
I am here to support you and people like you. Yes, sir.
Love it. Well, do tell us, my friend, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
You know, I've been thinking about that, and I think it's a coincidence, and I don't believe in coincidence. People meet, people meet because you either help them, they help you, maybe you do something jointly. And I'm a member of the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council, and that's how I heard about you and decided to volunteer to help you get this great achievement.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, I thought we connected via your podcast, but I'm guessing that is something that you do in the background. So I didn't connect with you. That's intriguing. Yeah, the EBC are amazing. The individuals there are amazing, as I'm guessing you are as well. But you do host a podcast as well, right? Late Night Health.
Yes, I host Late Night Health, and here's my unabashedly shameful plug, latenighthealth.com. But I'm also I'm a broadcaster, and I've been a broadcaster for 40 years. And I became a podcaster, if you will, kicking and screaming, because broadcasters always had a look down on podcasting. But it is the way of the future. We are featured on iTunes and other modalities, and helping people stay healthy, learn how to be healthy, and to take charge of their health care.
Yeah, most definitely. The last episode you had on, like, you had Swami, right? The orange guy, Swami.
Got the to orange listen cowboy.
To that, right?
Yes.
Oh, I say his name and I immediately see orange. It's fascinating, the branding that goes with that individual and his energy. Who did you learn the skill of broadcasting from?
Well, I had many people that I've learned from. You know, as I think about it, here in Los Angeles, I worked at a radio station, Ron McCoy, who was at that time the longest on-air host. He's since passed. He taught me a lot. I used to talk like this, and he finally, after a week of knowing me, said, "Stop it." I was trying to make my voice big and deep like his. It was round and rich. And he said, "You're not going to have a voice like that, so don't put it on. It's more about how you sound to people. Do you sound friendly?" And that's what I learned from Ron McCoy. And I miss him still after all these years.
Well, my friend, why will you continue to repeat this skill of broadcasting?
Part of it is selfish. I talk to people because I want to learn. I mean, I love to learn about people such as yourself and others. Everybody has a story. Everybody. And I'm a storyteller, and I like to extract stories from people. In this case, we're doing health, but over the years, I mean, I've talked about politics, I've talked about gold, I've talked about financial, I've done general talk radio, I've done it all. And right now with health, everybody wants good health, and they all have a health story.
Well, do tell us one other thing that you've done, Mark, consistently over the last 3 years.
Over the last 3 years,
Yeah.
well, I've talked a lot. You probably can tell that I'm shy and retiring. I would say that I'm a talker.
How does that make you feel when you're doing that?
It makes me feel great because, as I said, I'm learning. When I'm talking, for the most part, I'm learning about information from people, and that makes me feel good. And then the people listening, my hope is that they are learning as well.
Yeah, it's really a grand opportunity to give people insight to who you conversate with and how you can learn from them. As well as I think the individuals listening get to learn how they learn as well, right? Which is sometimes more than what you get.
Yes, yes.
So where's the best place for someone to follow you or to connect with you, Mark?
The best place is to go to latenighthealth.com, and you can leave a message for me there and connect. We're always looking for exciting guests, of course, and we're always looking for people to follow us, and we're always willing to follow them back.
That's wonderful. Well, again, amazing audience. You're hearing it live from Mark Alyn, and he is the podcast host of the Late Night Health. Definitely check that out. Mark, let's switch gears for a moment now.
Sure.
Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Mark, what is your earliest childhood memory?
I'd like to have your childhood memory of that Caribbean on that Caribbean beach. I don't have a specific memory. I just had a great childhood. I hear about so many people who grew up in sad families. My parents loved each other. I could tell that. I felt their love toward me. They respected us as children. I don't remember ever being spanked, for example. Somebody asked me recently, had I spanked my kids? That's something you're going to ask me later about having kids, and I never touched them. I gave them boundaries, and what I hope they did was put their toe on the line with those boundaries, because that's what my parents did with me.
All right. Well, if we fast forwarded to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Something by Frank Sinatra, probably. I was never into rock and roll. Isn't that weird for a radio guy?
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Do you remember one of the songs by Frank Sinatra?
At 12? No. I mean, I do remember songs, Strangers in the Night, New York, New York. But I don't remember at 12.
Okay.
I really don't.
It's okay. You're not the first. You'll definitely not be the last.
Got it.
Well, Mark, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Mark?
Yes, sir.
Mark, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes, I teach media training. I teach people how to present on radio and TV and on the stage on a platform. So anybody who's interested in performing, if you will, as a host or even as a guest, I work with and I pass on my skills. I have a certain way of sharing this information that's easy and fast. That's what I do.
Well, I think those that are listening to the 12-minute convo definitely love easy and fast. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you married?
Yeah, I am married for almost 100 years.
How many? Sorry, you cut out for a bit. How many?
No,
years?
I didn't. I garbled it.
Oh, this is 100 years.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. April will be 40 years.
Wow. Please do give us a secret.
Yes, ma'am. And then do what you want.
How many children do you have?
We have 2 children, one of each flavor.
Do you believe in God?
I believe in a higher spirit. I was raised Jewish, and I still resonate that way. I'm more of a Buju these days, and I think I have been for years and years. And what I mean by that is, while I accept the precepts of Judaism, at the same time, I'm aware that nothing is 100%. I mean, watch, I'll get a lot of fan mail now. Oh boy. But yes, I believe in a higher power, something bigger than ourselves.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I'd like to think so, about a half a dozen or so.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No, but close. Maybe 2 to 2.5 hours.
All right. And what about screen time? The phone and or the computer, is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Well, if you include the phone, it's probably more. And because my job is to find guests, produce radio and TV shows. I'm also a video host and video producer, TV host. And so I'm always on the phone, always looking up something on the internet. I love to cook. Before we started our conversation, I was on the internet learning how to make a baked eggplant Parmesan rather than a deep fried one, for example.
Yeah, I like that as well. Definitely. I love the baked.
Oh, you can cook. You can cook conch, right?
Yeah, we do have conchs. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do.
Send me some.
Well, definitely. I could FedEx that over to you, right?
All right.
Mark, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Mark Alyn, what would you say that is?
Keep it real.
Love it. Mark, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Happy holidays, no matter what you think, believe. Love in your heart, that's the most powerful tool around. And when you have time, you and I should talk about health in Trinidad on Late Night Health.
Yeah, is it really a late night show? Because after this, I'm going to be sleeping early.
What? Yeah, I'll bet. No, it's we record it during.
I'll be there.
I know.
I'll be there.
We record it during the day. I don't know what the time difference is. But anyway,
7
thank you,
p.m.,
sir.
Yeah, 7:27 p.m. right now.
About 4 hours ahead of us. Okay.
There we go. Yeah, so it'll be good. It's okay. We'll make something work. Mark Alyn, this has been a great pleasure. Thank you, my friend, for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.